Cowboys Cast. Let's go, baby. Hey, I'm fired up today, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the football season. It's finally here. Hey, man. It's Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday, as some would say. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. Hey, I know y'all are excited. I'm excited. What do y'all think so far of this preseason, I guess you would say, for the Dallas Cowboys? I know some of y'all have some opinions. This is what we're here for. Tell me what y'all think. Let's go, baby. Hey, Hoodlum is in the building. Hoodlum, it's been a while, my man. It's been a while. Hey, let's show Hoodlum some love, baby. Hey, Hoodlum says, yo. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. He says, what up? It's been a bit. Hopefully we can all have a family Cowboys Cast reunion. Oh, here we go. We already got some infiltrators already early on. Here we got Richard Allen, HTTC. You already know what that means. That means hail to the Redskins, whatever you want to call them nowadays, to the Commanders, whatever it is. But he's a Commanders fan, but it's all good. Hey, Allen, we'll even give our haters some a round of applause, man, because that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do. Hey, we're back. This is the Cowboys Cast, man. Hey, make sure y'all have your comments in the comment section. Hey, man, this thing is happening. Hey, week 3 of the preseason. Richard Allen says, laugh out loud. Hey, I'll give you a round of applause, man. We love you anyways. But look, listen. We got a little bit to go through. We got week 3 of the preseason. So kind of exciting. Some of these young players, are they going to make the roster or not? And that's kind of the thing of today is, who do y'all think is going to make this roster? The dark horse that y'all think are going to make this roster. What do you think of this week 3 that's coming up? And then at the end of the day, man, we're going to have fun. Let's see. Yeah, so tell me what y'all think in the comments. I see TikTok's in the building. Hey, put y'all comments in. Tell me who y'all think is a dark horse that make this team that nobody ever probably thought was going to make this football team. There's going to be a lot of players on this team that are not going to make it, that are very talented, just based off of some of the things that I've seen in preseason and some of the things acquisitions that they made. So let's go back of the acquisitions made. Obviously, everybody knows that Carl Lawson was acquired by the Dallas Cowboys. So that's something that everybody is tracking. Let me move my camera a little bit. All right. So Carl Lawson, obviously, but if you look at the depth of this team, it looks pretty damn good in the depth when it comes to defensive line. At first, we're kind of shaky, but Lily joined. Thank you, Lily, for joining. But it's going to be the way they assembled this defensive line. I think at the end of the day, if you go back and look at everything that's kind of transpired in this football team the last couple of months, people are probably going to give me some crap about this, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Dan Quinn was a very good defensive coach, bar none, right? Great defensive coach. But Mike Zimmer brings a little bit of something different than Dan Quinn could. Mike is a no nonsense kind of guy, and he's going to let you know, hey, either you put up or you shut up, and if you're not doing your job, then something needs to happen, right? So at the end of the day, I think what happened, in my opinion, this is not, I didn't hear from anybody or a source. Ray on TikTok says Doomsday 2024. That's what it seems like, Ray. Honestly, man, he's right. Ray's right. Um, so this is the thing about that. He said, "Hey, man, these defensive tackles probably not um doing their job or looking at what he wants to do." So if you think about it, Sam Williams gets hurt. Obviously, we all know that. Carl Lawson gets picked up, obviously for depth purposes, right? Then we go after Jordan Phillips, and now Levon Joseph gets signed. That means to me, in my opinion, when you go back to back defensive tackles and the size these guys are on that are going to be on this defensive line, tells me, I haven't heard it for anybody, tells me that Mike Zimmer went to the front office and said, "Hey guys, we just don't have the people to stop the run. We don't have them. We have these hybrid defensive tackles that rush the passer, but there's nobody to stop the run." And that's basically what I think happened. And Mike Zimmer's that kind of guy that's going to tell them the truth and tell them what's going on as far as, hey, we just don't have the players. And we're going to be in a lot of trouble if we don't get the players we need to stop this run. Now, I think it's a great thing. I think at the end of the day, Mike Zimmer is going to do the best job he can to make sure that this defense is top notch. And I think you're looking at getting these defensive tackles that are really big boys to stop this run is a number one priority for him. Because if you think about it, if he can do that and make teams pass the ball, that is to our advantage as a Cowboys defense. Honestly, we got Diggs back. He looks like he's better than ever, right? Boy Wonder on TikTok says, "Here we go." Yep, here we go, man. So, like I said, we got CD, we got Bland, we got Carlson is looking really good as a rookie. Our safeties are pretty much locked up. I don't see any other safety taking over our safety positions. So Ray says on TikTok, "What about Parsons at middle linebacker?" So if you watch training camp, they have been switching Micah Parsons off and on at middle linebacker. So he's not an every down lineman on every down. So that makes a big difference in me, man, because at the end of the day, if you can and look, listen, that might be a thing for Nealand, the rookie. He might be doing such a good job, Ray, that they might be able to put Micah Parsons as middle linebacker and track down these guys, these running backs, these receivers, the Debo Samuels, the CMCs and all these kind of players to track him down from his position of the linebacker position. That might be the reason. Because I'll tell you what, DeMarcus Lawrence, we got Carl Lawson, we got Nealand. I mean, this roster is loaded, man. So I mean, before it really wasn't because defensive tackle was a question, but now if you look at it, it's gonna be very interesting, man. Very interesting season. But let's go back to the preview. We're gonna see some of these players. If y'all can post in the comments, if you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, hey, put in the comments, man. What player do y'all see yourself kind of seeing more of or making the team, maybe a dark horse that you thought would not make the team? In this roster, right? So what player do y'all want to see play hopefully more? I know running back, man, that's going to be tough. I don't know if it's Deuce or Malik Davis is on the bubble. That's going to be a little bit hard, right? So we'll see on that running back situation. But we also have let's see. We also have, let me see real quick. The wide receivers, man. I think the wide receivers are playing phenomenal in this game, or not this game, but the preseason. Billy Johnson, Jalen Brooks. I mean, these guys have been balling, man. They have been doing a really good job. And maybe it's a good thing. It's I would say a blessing in disguise, right? Or the silver lining in CD being out for so long is these guys get an opportunity to actually show what they have, right? Here we got Caveman and Pip joined. We got Freddie Hooper. Hey, y'all say something in the comments, man. What do y'all think is the next preseason game? How do y'all feel about this Cowboys team that's about to take center stage here in week 1 in the NFL? Maybe without CD Lamb, we'll see. But tell me what y'all think. Make sure y'all put it in the comments. I see a lot of people on TikTok. Come on, TikTok, show some love, baby. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. There's a lot of people on TikTok. I'm gonna give TikTok a round of applause, man. Let's go, TikTok. Press that like button, man. What y'all got in the comments? All right, we got Lorenzo Morales says, this. Oh, he doesn't have nothing to say. Lorenzo, what you got, man? There's a lot of people on TikTok. Y'all say something. Get some comments. But like I said, this 53-man roster, right? Let me check this real quick. Let me get over here. So we're going to look at this potential 53-man roster, and then, this Charger game that's going to happen in Dallas. But this 53-man roster is going to be crazy. Ray on TikTok says that could help pay CeeDee Lamb if he wants that number 1 receiver. I kind of understand what you're trying to say. Maybe. You're talking about the money part, huh? Is that what you're talking about, Ray? I'm guessing that's what you're getting to. I might be wrong, but yeah, man, this 53. I think the Cowboys they run with three quarterbacks. Honestly, in my opinion, I think that's what's going to happen. Ray said, "Yes, sir. Yep. I understand, man. I got you, bro. I honestly think Ray is talking about maybe Dak taking a little bit less than people think, so they can keep CeeDee Lamb, right? I think that's the theory behind it. Excuse me. So look, it's Dak, Cooper Rush, Trey Lance. Those are the 3, right? Then you got running back. You got Ezekiel Elliott, Rick O'Donnell, and I think the bubble is Royce Freeman and Malik Davis. I think you got to pick one of those guys at the end of the day. For me, it's a tough one. I would probably take Royce Freeman over Malik Davis, and I love Malik Davis, but I think that's kind of how it's going to go. Then at wide receiver, you got obviously CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. You got Jalen Tolbert. I think those 3 obviously are on the team no matter what. Then you got behind them Jalen Brooks, Kevontae Turpin. And then after that, I want to say it's a tough one, man, but I'd probably take Tyrone Billy Johnson, and that would wrap up my 6 receivers, in my opinion. Then you go to tight end, which is kind of going to be a surprise for a lot of people. But for me, I would probably take Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker, and unfortunately, I might have to go with John Stevens Jr. over Payne Hendershot. So that's just me. As far as the tight ends is concerned, that's going to be a tough one. They might carry all of them, but we'll see what happens. So we'll see, right? So the other thing is, let's go through the offensive line, right? Awesome. Offensive line is obviously Tyler Guyton will be left tackle. Tyler Smith. I think Brock Hoffman takes the center job, and then Zach Martin, Terrence Steele, and then behind them you got Chuma Doga, depending on how long he's out. You got TJ Bass, Cooper BB. I think maybe Matt Willetsko and Asim Richards. I think those are your linemen. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11, depending on if somebody goes on IR. So it just kind of depends on that. I think you take 9 offensive linemen though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 8 or 9, somewhere there, depending on who you put on IR, right? So we will see. And then going down the line, we got defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence, Mozzie Smith, Osa, and then we got Micah Parsons, obviously. From those guys, I think who makes it, Marshawn Leland, VLM Mofoko, Jordan Phillips, Chauncey Golston. I think those guys make it. And then obviously you just got a Carl Lawson, and then Joseph, right? So those guys will probably be the ones that make it, depending on the roster. Linebacker, you got Damon Clark, Eric Hendricks, Maurice Lufua, the rookie, and then you go into the other linebackers. I think Damian Wilson might make it. Overshun will make it. And then depending on special teams, maybe Jason Johnson, Buddy Johnson, one of those might make it for special teams. And then obviously you got your corners, right? So we will see. I love Emma join with a heart. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. TikTok is going crazy. All right, here we got some comments, guys. All right. So Hoodlum says, I think CD gets 34. That I mean, I think they offered him below 33 right now. I think that was what they offered him. So we'll see, man. I don't know. They might change his mind. Alan says, thoughts on Trey Lance. I think so. This is my thoughts on Trey Lance, right? A lot of people got a lot of bad things to say about Trey Lance. I honestly think when you start at a division, I believe it was Division 3. I might be wrong, but Division 3. I think he only had 10 starts in college. I think you know what you get with Trey Lance when you draft somebody at 10 starts or whatever it was in the Division 3 college. I mean, I think that's exactly what you get, right? So my thoughts on him was I honestly think he needs to be a player that needs to play a lot of football, right? I think that's what it comes down to. Now, who's going to give him that opportunity is a question. It's not going to be the Cowboys unless something crazy happens and Dak gets hurt and Cooper gets hurt. But I think that kind of player needs to play a lot of football constantly over and over again. And if you look at some of these teams in the NFL, who would take Trey Lance in order for him to put him in as starting quarterback? I think that's what he needs, honestly, in my opinion. Fernando says, WMWG family says Trey knows he needs 1 or 2 years behind to work on passing. Yeah, he does. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I think he needs a lot of work. I think he needs a lot of experience still. He's still raw, man. Now, will he become a good quarterback? I honestly think he's that kind of Jordan Love kind of player, but he needs the experience in order to become a good quarterback in the NFL. I think that's what it comes down to, in my opinion. Repetition, a lot of experience. So that's my opinion on Trey Lance. What happens after this? I don't know, man. If the Cowboys want to play hardball with the Dallas Cowboys, then we will see. But I mean, that's what I think on Trey Lance. I don't think he's really ready to take the reins on anywhere. But if a team is willing to take that chance and start him, then I think that's what he needs. He needs that experience. But the Cowboys ain't going to do that, in my opinion. Okay, going back. So Deron Bland, obviously Trayvon Diggs are your starters. And then you have your safeties and strong free safety and strong safety. You got Donovan Wilson as your strong safety, and you got free safety Malik Hooker. And then behind them as cornerbacks, you got in my opinion, I think you have this is a tough one, man, but I think Andrew Booth has kind of solidified that, him playing the last preseason game. And I think Kalen Carlson has won that job behind Deron Bland, in my opinion. Then behind them for safety, you got Marquise Bell for sure, Wanye Thomas. So those guys will make the team. That's 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jordan Lewis as a nickel for sure, 100% starter. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cornerbacks there. Then you got Kalen Carson, Marquise Bell, Wanye Thomas, and then Andre Booth. So that's what, 10. So that's 10. Now you might sneak another one just because of CJ Goodwin as special teams. So we'll see how that works out. But it's going to be tough, man. This is going to be a tough cup for the Dallas Cowboys coming up. But we'll see, man. Some people are probably going to go on IR. Some people might still make it, and then some people might just be left to go to another team. But we will see, man. Let's see. We got some comments. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Any comments? TikTok. Ray says, "Who is number one running back?" Man, I mean, I'm sure the Cowboys will keep Ezekiel as number one, but to me, I think Rico Dotto is the number one running back, in my opinion. I think that's who you have as your number one, and then Zeke can come in and spill him, along with Royce Freeman. But we'll see, man. Anything is possible. So it's going to be a crazy season, man. So that's kind of the run through for the depth chart and seeing kind of what we think or what I think the roster might look like. There's going to be a lot of talented players let go, man. That's for sure. But we'll see. I'm just excited, man. This at the end of the day, I think, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys offensive line has gotten a lot better. The linebackers have gotten a lot better. And compared to last year, I think those were some of our weaknesses was offensive line and linebackers, for sure linebackers. But I kind of think that we've made that transition now and realized that those were top-notch weaknesses. Our defensive tackle this year was probably one of the weakest. And we kind of solidified that, or I should say not we, but the Dallas Cowboys solidified that with the signing of Jordan Phillips and Joseph to kind of help in the middle because Mozzie Smith, and no offense to Osa. Osa is a great player, but he's more of, in my opinion, as a pass rusher. He can still stop the run, but not as good as these big boys, man. They just take up space. I think that's what Zimmer wants is people to take up space, and I think that's what you're seeing from the Dallas Cowboys to make sure that they solidify this stopping the run. I think this has been a big thing for Mike Zimmer to do coming in here. I think that's a job they told him, hey, we need you to stop the run. So, but just here watching this, I think it's in the fourth quarter, Thursday Night Football on Amazon. Let's see the culture. It's 20-14 against the Bengals. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Now, watching the preseason game and watching how everything's going, what do y'all think about the kickoffs? Give me some comments on the comment section. Honestly, what do y'all think? Do you guys think this is a good idea for these kickoffs in the NFL? I think, well, I'll tell you my opinion after some people say their opinion, but what do y'all think about these kickoffs in the NFL now? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it'll put excitement on this NFL season? I think it might change a couple of things on the roster. I'll tell you that for sure. You might want to have a good kick returner in the NFL with these new rules. So tell me what y'all think about this new rule on kickoffs and what y'all think. Make sure y'all put it in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think. All right, here we go. Fernando, what do you think about these kickoffs, man? I know he's still on. Ray says, hasn't stopped the big hits much, still getting whacked. There is, it's funny you say that, man. People are getting hit hard on these kickoffs. You're seeing some hard hits for sure on these kickoffs, man. It hasn't changed a thing, but I think it's pretty dynamic and it's going to help out the NFL as far as maybe making some big plays. Field position, maybe. Field position is going to be a big thing as well. I think the NFL is based off of that sometimes, man, is field position, really good field position when it comes to winning games. So we'll see. MWG family says, I think they're going to start the ball at the 30 with kneel downs in the end zone. I mean, that's a good strategy, man. But also, if you have a good special teams, MWG family, to me, man, you might get them behind the 20, man, if you play it out right. If you pop up the ball really high, good enough, because they can't call a fair catch within that zone. As far as it's not in the end zone, you know what I mean? So Ray says, good kicker will make a difference. Yeah. Yeah, a good kicker will make a difference. I think they're going to make kickers earn their money this time instead of just kicking field goals. You better get in that zone and out and right inside the, outside the end zone and try to get these guys behind, the 20 or 25. So it's going to be very interesting strategy coming into the NFL, man, for sure. 100%. So we will see, man, for sure. Let's see what else we got. Ray says chirping will be dangerous. Yeah. I think if you think about it, all these dynamic kick returners or whatever, it's going to play a big difference in this NFL, man. I think there's going to be a lot more emphasis on these special teams kickoffs, especially these dynamic returners, man, because hey, that's going to play a huge role because if you can get the ball past the 50-yard line or close to the 50-yard line, you're going to get points. Now, does that translate into more points in the NFL? Are NFL going to score more points? Because now that the ball's going to be a little bit closer, you can advance it a little bit closer. You might see a lot of points, man, because a field goal is a field goal at the end of the day. So we will see, man. It's going to be very interesting how everybody plays this game. But I think the interesting part is too, like, I think you cannot kick an onside kick until it's the fourth quarter, I believe, and you have to tell the other team. So that's very interesting. So we will see, man. It's going to be an interesting season. We will see what happens. TikTok, man. There's so many of y'all on TikTok, man. Y'all say something. Ray speaking out here. Ray says our kicker is good from 70. Hey, with the hey, I'm gonna give a round of applause for Ray for that, man. Ray's right. He got our kicker is good from 70 with a laughing emoji. He's right about that. Hey, Ray, I think Genstat said 72, right? All right, Lakers and Dodgers for life says, please sign CD. Lakers and Dodgers for life, man. I'm telling you, bro. I think everybody's on the same boat you are, man. We have to have CD week 1, man. I don't know what Jerry's doing. He needed to do something, man. We need to light a candle or something. I think I got a candle back here somewhere. I don't know where, but it's somewhere back there. Hey, man, we got to sign CD for sure. But we'll see. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Hey, this has been a good live. We're going to go. Hey, make sure if y'all are on TikTok, Facebook, you're on YouTube, whatever it is you're on, make sure y'all follow us tomorrow. We're going at 3:00 Eastern time, right? We're going to go live right before kickoff for the Chargers game. Make sure y'all follow us, subscribe to YouTube. Hey, Lakers and Dodgers for life. Subscribe for us on YouTube, man. Follow us. We're going to be here all season. Hey, we're back, man. We took a little break. Everybody, don't hate us on it. Lakers and Dodgers for life says Cowboys will not win week 1 in Cleveland without CD. Man, I wish that wasn't true, man. I wish that wasn't true, but I'd have to agree with you, Lakers and Dodgers for life. I would have to agree for you. And look, hey, man, I don't think I've ever seen y'all. I'm going to give Lakers and Dodgers for life a round of applause. Now, I don't think I've ever seen him here on TikTok. That's an interesting name, especially for you to be a Cowboys fan, man. You in enemy territory, bro. I praise you, my brother. or sister, whoever you are, because that's tough. That's tough for you to be. I don't know if you live in California, but that's tough. If you're a Cowboys fan and you're a Lakers and Dodgers fan, that's rough. Oh man, yeah. Hey, he said nope. I'm a Cowboys fan too. Hey man, I, I'm gonna get it higher because that's some enemy territory, man. But hey, like I said, make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the channel. Make sure you push them like buttons. We appreciate you guys. Hey, it's been fun. Like I said, we took a break. Hey, Lakers Brothers for Life. Thanks, brother. Hey, no, thank you, man, for joining the cast. We appreciate it. Like I said, we're gonna go live an hour before kickoff on Saturday against the Chargers, just to kind of chop it up with you guys. So we'll see. Ray says Jerry is getting everyone's blood pressure up. He's going to sign 88. I hope so, man. Lakers and Dodgers for Life says thanks, brother. Hey, no problem, man. That's what we're here for. Ray, thanks, bro. No, thank you guys, man. Thank you for joining the Cowboys cast. We appreciate you guys. Hey, at the end of the day, man. Hey, this is the Cowboys cast. You guys already know. Hey, you look around on these content creators. Who else reads every comment that everybody says? It's hard. But that's what we do, man. We try to get in everybody's comments. Because, hey, your thoughts are welcomed here. We got events sometimes. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow us, man. Hey, we will see y'all tomorrow, right? An hour before kickoff. Don't be late. Hey, we got you guys. We love you guys. Stay blessed. This is the Cowboys Cast. Thank you so much. Hey, keep it real, baby. Until next time.